Welcome back, friends. This is Mike A10, and this is the Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII. So we just got out of Midgar, and we are here on the world map now. And you know, Final Fantasy VII is funny. It's unique in compared to the other games, other RPGs, other Final Fantasies I've played, because you spend so much time in the very beginning of the game. Before you actually get to the world map, and you know, most of the games you're on the world map much quicker than that, but here this was like, well, almost 10 hours that it takes you, I guess, on average, depending on how you play, to get here. So just wanted to bring that up because it's an interesting fact there. And oh, by the way, you won't be getting back to Midgar for a while. Once you get the events of the Shimmer building in motion, and you complete that part and get out here, we're not returning to Midgar in the game, nor can you return to Midgar for a long time. And not to say that I don't like the beginning of the game like that, but I love world maps in RPGs, so when I get to this point in the game, I get giddy. So, with that said, and I am enjoying a wonderful, very fine fruit punch beverage. It's very hard to find very fine these days. They used to have actual vending machines for it, and now very few places, convenience stores, that you can really actually find it anymore. But I love it. So up here is our first or next destination, the town of Kalm, very close to Midgar. So let's go and enter here. We're not gonna waste any time getting to this next part. We're gonna talk to our fellow members here. Yes, let's hurry in. So now we are going to head upstairs inside the inn here, where everybody's waiting. Here they all are. Now, we're late. It only took us about 2 minutes to get here. Yes, I believe she already said that, Barrett. Good job. So Cloud has an important story to tell everybody now. They are all wanting to hear it. So without further ado, here we go. So Cloud's inspiration was Sephiroth, for why he wanted to become part of Soldier. And they worked on a few missions together and became friends. A war buddy. So they were a little buddy when they were in Soldier. So they were... okay, so 5 years ago, he was 16. Now this, I'm not going to read all the lines to you here, but I'll point out key things. This is a very iconic flashback in the game. The first time you actually do see Sephiroth in action. The first thing he says is, "Hey, sit down." Cloud's all excited about using materia. Of course, Sephiroth is older and more mature, and he's stronger and been on more missions, so he kind of just sees Cloud as a kid. So he kind of missed out on the war because he didn't rise the ranks until after the war was over. Mr. Sephiroth. Alright, well... So they're supposed to be investigating a Mako reactor. Producing brutal creatures, that's interesting. Some sort of malfunction going on. And you'll see, if there's any image that you've ever seen of Sephiroth in one of the CG movies, upcoming in this flashback is probably that one image. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and I will point out when we get there. So we're heading to a town known as Nibelheim, which is Cloud's hometown. And what was that bumped the truck? It's probably a monster. So this is kind of cool because it's the one point in the game that you have control of Sephiroth in your party. You're going to see what happens here. So Cloud's going to try to attack this thing first. You notice that that thing did not hurt Sephiroth at all. And Sephiroth just freaking... Look at all the damage he gives him. Flamethrower freaking knocks Cloud out. Which is supposed to happen. Of course, Sephiroth revives him immediately. And nothing this dragon can do is hurting Sephiroth, and he just takes him out in 2 hits. Look at all the magic he's got. Not even look at the health, but the magic he had. The amount of magic points. So we're learning here that Sephiroth is a very, very powerful individual. And now you see why Cloud kind of revered him. So they're going to enter the town of Nibelheim. This was technically be Cloud's first time back in town here since that other flashback with Tifa when he told her told her that he was leaving. Okay, so at this point in time, Sephiroth obviously knows his mother's Genova, that she died giving birth. A little bit of background on Sephiroth. Or the background that he gives to you, that is. So we can say some things to these guys. Yeah, let's ask him that question. Pose. Good job. Oh, well, this guy's not motivated. Alright, so let's see what Sephiroth has to say. Apparently doesn't make a smell from the reactor. I guess we should enter town, huh? Okay, Barrett's got some objections here. Not an objection, a parallel, if you would. That's right. Yeah, you tell him, Tifa. Right, so there's a reunion. So they're going to check out the reactor. At dawn. Well, who's gonna be that lookout? Well, that's awfully nice of him. This guy came rushing out. Huh. Take my picture. Oh, that hurts. So, let's go into some houses. Whose house is this? Here's a person. Oh, see, they recognize him now. They forgot. Well, I mean, not forgot, but maybe they forgot that he left for Shinra. Okay. Well, that's nice, kids. Well, nothing up there. And whose house is this? Oh, Tifa's interjecting. Did you go into my house? Yeah. I just thought you might be home, Tifa. I mean, I'm not like, you know, a stalker or anything. What's upstairs? Cloud, did you go in my room? Yeah. Well, let's look around. Let's check things out. Orthopedic underwear. Ha. Cloud. Just kidding about that. Haha. This is real important here. The letter. See, if you tell her that I'd never do that, then you don't read the letter, so you can admit it to her. You remember what it said? And if you tell her you don't remember, then you don't read the letter, but if you want to know what it says, I read it. Wow. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. So maybe we should play the piano? Just a little. So you might want to remember that tune, because it might be helpful to you later. Alright, so now there's nothing else to do here. Let's go in here. Ah, so Cloud doesn't want us to go in there. Well, we could say alright. So, he just told us that his mother died a few days later. So, something killed her a few days after this. Soldier uniform, that's right. Oh. Just settle down with a nice girlfriend. One that'll take care of you. Huh, not interested, Ma. Yeah, see, this is why he didn't want to talk about it. Yeah, I guess that's enough of that. So, if we try and go in here... Well, Barrett wants him to get to the point, so... Let's go to the inn. Aha. So Tifa is a student of this guy from martial arts. And this guy is just jumping around. Okay. We can head upstairs, and here he is looking out the window. We're short one bed. Ain't that the truth? A guide to the Mako reactor. A young girl. Looks like we're getting ready to go. So we're just waiting for the guide. So, Tifa's father, in case something happens. That'll be alright. 2 men from Soldier, haha. Cloud doesn't want her to have anything to do with this. Sephiroth is just like, then protect her, so let's go. Well, he's gonna take a picture. Get in the picture, Sephiroth. Jeez. And this would be Mount Nibble. And there's a Mako reactor built up here. This bridge don't look too happy. You could say you want to take it slowly across. We'll give that a try. But that's not going to change the fact that this happens. Craziness. They're not going to care about the guy that they lost, so I guess we'll go up the mountain here into this cave. The Mako energy is discoloring the inside of the cave. Let's go through here. Oh, we're getting attacked. Here's some more Cloud and Sephiroth action. Cloud is very weak, Sephiroth is very strong. And anything they try and do to Sephiroth is not having any effect. And look at the magic he's going to use on these guys. Take that. That's crazy powerful. Alright, so we continue up this way. Mako fountain. Nice cowgirl hat, by the way, Tifa. Since when did the guy become a cowgirl? And this is materia, what you get when you condense Mako energy. And this is how it is made. Oh boy. He's letting Cloud have it. Knowledge and wisdom of the ancients. So that's our explanation. So anyone using materia is basically using the power of the ancients. Probably because the Mako energy is brought in from the life stream, which is something they will talk about later as well. Huh. Hojo. That's right. Very good, Tifa, for repeating what was already said. And here is the reactor. Another battle. And he's gonna take care of them right away. I mean, Cloud's basically dead, but they're not gonna let us die permanently. Sephiroth is taking care of this. We took the long way. Oh, he wants her. He doesn't want her coming in. He doesn't want her in danger. You can see how much he cares about her. So that Shinra soldier is gonna keep her outside while Cloud and Sephiroth go in, and she is not a happy camper. Better take real good care of her. Sephiroth is way ahead of us. Whoops, I think we need to go on this. There we go. And you can see familiar music and a familiar look to the interior of this place. Let's go in. Now this area is open. We have not gone into an area like this in any of the other reactors we've been in. What are these pods? Where do these stairs lead? What is Sephiroth? Oh, does that say what I think it says? This is Genova? So this is the part where Sephiroth starts to figure some things out that seriously disturb him. Cloud, close the valve. Because I'm not going to do it myself, I'm going to have this grunt do the work for me. He's going to look in and now I see Hojo. What did Hojo put in there? Look through the window. And what we're about to see is something really, really creepy. What the hell is that? soldiers have been infused with Mako. Whatever these things in the pods are, they've been exposed to a lot more Mako than Cloud has. It's basically created a monster. It is a creation of Hojo's. He's like a freaking mad scientist, mutating living things using Mako energy. And this is only the beginning of it. Sephiroth is starting to put things together. Wait a second. Was I... He's trying to... Now Sephiroth is wondering if he was created this way. Well, that would be kind of messed up if they created us all. You trying to say that we weren't born, that we were created? Surely not me. Would they have done that to Sephiroth? Is that why Sephiroth is so strong? Oh goodness. That is creepy. Freaking capsule broke open. So now the big question is, who's human, who's not? So, I mean, some of the soldiers were infused with Mako when they joined. But then you have these other creatures that have been infused with lots of Mako and becoming monsters. So apparently this Mako reactor is holding that secret, and how many others are? And perhaps this is why there's more monsters, because these things are breaking open. Because this Mako reactor is essentially creating monsters. So let's have Cloud finish the story. Shinra Mansion. So Sephiroth, after they came back to town, Sephiroth decided to disappear, and he wound up inside this big mansion, appropriately known as Shinra Mansion. But what's he doing in there? Cloud will go in and be the one to find out. So let's find where he went. So he went into this room. And look, hidden door. Look at these stairs. Oh, by the way, if I didn't mention it beforehand, this is a long flashback, as you've become to realize. Wow, this is a creepy hallway with chains and skeletons, and at the end is... well, here he is. Was it some sort of lab? So, Genova was an organism that was found in a 2,000-year-old... it was basically 2,000 years old. And apparently Genova was an ancient. and Hojo began an experiment and started building these reactors. So these reactors are I mean, they can pump to make them energy, but they're more so in existence to pump it to create these monsters. And that was Professor Gas, not Professor Hojo, that set that project up. Hojo took it over. My mother's name is Genova, and the Genova Project. This is coincidence. Well, it seems like Sephiroth has been doing a lot of reading. And Sephiroth doesn't know why he wasn't told this. So Sephiroth wants to be left alone. I mean, we could look around the lab. I don't know if we're gonna find anything. And it's more than just a lab, it's a big library. There's a room with lots of books. Looks like somebody's been going through the books, and obviously this is how Sephiroth is learning all this. Still not going to talk to me? So obviously Sephiroth is reading everything he finds down here. And what he is finding is... well, the information he's reading, let's just say it this way. The information he's reading is not making him a happy guy. And apparently Cloud decided to take a nap in this creepy mansion. And we got some creepy music going on. Sephiroth seems different. Well, we better go down and check on him, right? We hear him laughing, but where is he? There he is. Traitor? So the planet originally belonged to the Citra, and the Citra are the ancients. They were migrators, though, so they came and they settled this planet. And they knew how to get to the Promised Land. Aha, so the ancestors of humans are the ones who did not want to travel from planet to planet anymore, and they decided that they wanted to stay here. Aha, so a disaster basically killed off the Citra. What does this have to do with anything? Don't you get it? An ancient named Genova was found in a geological stratum of 2,000 years ago, which means that she is 2,000 years old. A specimen, that is. And this Genova project was an attempt to produce people with the powers of the ancients. And Sephiroth found out that he was produced that way. Produced? Professor Gast. Sephiroth is walking kind of weird. He kind of seems not himself. Going to see my mother. So Sephiroth was told Genova is his mother, but not in the traditional sense. Apparently, Sephiroth was not born, but created from this Genova project. And now he wants to go see his mother, Genova. But isn't Genova that specimen from 2,000 years ago? The answer is yes, yes it is. So we're gonna follow him out of here. And that sign inside the reactor said Genova, so is that where he's going, to the reactor? As we enter the mansion, whoa! What's going on? Holy crap! This whole place is on fire. I mean, Zengen needs some help. He wants me to go check the one over here. He wants me to check my own house. And that's a head shaking no. And he just found his mother dead inside the house. This was a terrible thing, Sephiroth. A very terrible thing. Dead guy over there. And oh, he's killing everybody. And here's your iconic shot. Look at those evil Mako eyes. He's standing unhurt by the fire. This just gives you chills as you watch this. So iconic, but so great at the same time. As he just walks away, disappearing into the fire. Unharmed by it. That video right there that we just saw, this gives you chills, gives me chills every time. And now we have followed him up the mountain to the reactor. Let's not waste any time here. We don't know what else he's gonna do. And where's Tifa? Is she okay? Whoops. I always go the wrong way then. Oh my goodness. Sephiroth killed her father too. So Tifa has a overall hatred of Shinra. And she just picked up the sword and she's going. Tifa, don't do anything stupid. Uh-oh. Look out. No! Oh gosh. Well, he kept his promise here. He came while she was in trouble. Oh. Except he's slightly too late, so... What is this? So apparently that is Genova with a big tube plugged up to her. And this is where Sephiroth's desire to find this promised land begins. He's kind of gone mad. I mean, you kind of gotta feel bad for him. He just found out that he was created rather than born. His mother was never really a living... You know, his mother was something that they found in the earth from 2,000 years ago. But now he's gone crazy. Stealing the planet from Mother. Oh. He just rips her out of the thing. Although that wasn't her, this is her. Whatever that statue was not really her. That's a good point, Cloud. Your sadness, my sadness, everybody's got some sadness. Now he believes he's the chosen one because he was created as a result of the Genova project. Now he feels he's supposed to take the planet back. He thinks he was given orders, but he's really just losing it. You're not the Sephiroth I used to know. Oh, it sounds like the makings of a showdown right here. So what happened after that, Cloud? You don't remember? Official records state that Sephiroth is dead. Well, that's a good point. Shinra owns the paper. So supposedly Sephiroth died 5 years ago, and Cloud was about to match off with him, but Sephiroth is much more powerful than Cloud. And Cloud's still alive here. And Tifa's alive, she survived. And that's right, Genova was in the Shinra building, and then Genova suddenly disappeared. So right now what we have to go on is that Sephiroth came and took Genova. Well, Barrett's right. We should get a move on because we need to follow him. We need to follow Sephiroth and see where he's going before he hurts more people, right? Barrett is waiting. What a fascinating story. Red 13's more like the older, wiser, more philosophical kind. He's fascinated by the story. So, now we're going to receive a PHS. This enables us to change party members in the middle of the world map. So, now we're in the town of Kalm here. There's really not much to do here. Oh, listen to this. Just now, some guy in a black cloak walked east towards that grassy field with a really big sword. So somebody saw a guy that matches Sephiroth's description with a big sword walking east. This guy's going to tell us how to use map. Thank you. Yes, 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 thank you. Nope, I got it. Thanks. Yeah, so we'll be able to save anywhere we want. On the world map. Let's see what's inside here. So we'll grab some items, take a look at some of the shops before we move on. Aha! An ether in the closet. Let's go upstairs. Anything good up here? This gentleman. Alright, well, he's happy with himself right now. Maybe we should go in here next. So I'll just yes these people to death. All of these people seem brainwashed. Get some ethers out of the closet. These people's homes are hooked up to Mako energy. You can see all the boilers and whatnot. And they seem to be brainwashed that Mako is, you know, making their lives better. But don't you see that's killing the planet? Let's check in this closet. Oh, there's just a doggy in there. Oh, look, there's a guy sitting here. And there's another ether. That one's a little more difficult to find. A suspicious looking man in a black cloak carrying a wicked looking sword. Okay, so let's go up these stairs. Ah, a chest to open, and we got a peacemaker. So a peacemaker is something we will possibly use later in the game. It's a weapon for somebody, but nobody in my party can use it right now. Let's move on. To the next location. The item store. Now, hypers aren't too bad of an idea to purchase, in my opinion. Always in my opinion. Or, not always, but in this case. Because what Hyper can do is it can make you fill up your limit break meter faster. And that'll obviously get you to use your limit breaks more often so you can get the newer ones. It's not too bad to use earlier in the game. So we have some new materia that we don't own yet, so let's get an earth, a heal. So you wanna... The important thing about having at least one of every materia is so that you can utilize it, equip it, and master it. Because when you master one of every type by later on in the game, you get something really good. Well, I'll handle materia in a second. Anything good here? Mythos Saber is actually not as good as the Hard Edge. Cannonball, we're actually going to skip on that. Mithril Claw, we could purchase for Tifa. That more than almost doubles her strength. Full Metal Staff is not as good as the Striking Staff we got earlier. And you have Mithril Armlet, which is a defense, so really let's just get the Mithril Claw for Tifa. Now we're down to practically nothing in terms of money, but it's okay, we'll be fighting again soon. Oops. Didn't want to do that. And then we can come down here. Oh look, it's the bar. So this guy used to work in the Mithril mine. Terrorists, yeah, that could be concerning me. Stay out of the kitchen. Stay away from the summoner. Avalanche. Avalanche is me. Or was me. Partly me. She wants to see the famous floating city. Hey, I bet that's news to you. How about what do you call 'ems? Sure. Oh, yeah. Of course, sir. Want to make sure I didn't miss something here. There we go. a guard source. I will explain those later on, because I'm not going to use any of them for now. Alright, so... Oh, I already know. Sorry I tried to talk to you again. Alright, so we're gonna leave Kalm, because we're done here. We won't need to come back here, really... Well, you don't have to come back here ever again, but there's something you can get later in the game that I recommend getting, that we'll come back for much later. I love that very fine. Alright, so... This was a fairly, well... I would say fairly uneventful, but the flashback was eventful. But there wasn't any fighting in this particular video because we had such a long flashback. But that flashback is so important. So I basically accomplished doing that flashback and exploring Kalm, what we can get there. And so next we will continue our journey. We'll level up a little bit on the world map. Get some items along the way, and get to the next location on our journey. So, once again, this is Mike A10, this is Final Fantasy VII, and thank you for watching. And go get yourself some very fine fruit punch. Oh yeah.